I'm already seeing this morning.
Yeah.
Jets are interested. The Bears might be interested in interviewing him. I don't know how seriously I can take that, but Hank, we'll start with you since he's there in Denver right now, and of course was the Broncos head coach once upon a time. Well, if Vance Joseph were to get another opportunity, how do you think it would go?
I think he isn't the most exciting candidate. I think that he brings a lot of things to the table. Everybody who's played for him loves him. I guess everybody in Denver, I'm not sure if that's the same case down in Arizona. I wonder if he's the type of coach that could get a team over the top. He isn't a Nathaniel Hackett, though. I think that he'd be a pretty middle of the road type hire. I think his time in Denver didn't go well. That was also a time when the talent was declining because you're in that post Super Bowl 50 era, the quarterback questions. You're kind of watching guys like Von Miller age out and then get traded. Aqib Talib, end of his career. Chris Harris, end of his career. And the big thing here was that he wasn't allowed to hire his own coaching staff. That was all John Elway who hired his staff. So if you give him that power, you give him the experience he's had, the work he's done on the defense, to me personally, I don't love the idea of hiring a guy who focuses more on the defense right now in the modern NFL. It just seems like you kind of have to go the other way, especially since most of these teams are going to be teams that have questions at quarterback. He wouldn't be the top of my list, but he's more than deserving of these interviews, though. And he could steady the ship for a team that needs to be steadied.
Yeah, I actually echo what Hank's saying here. I mean, that when the Cardinals had a vacancy and VJ just finished his tenure as DC, there was a lot, including Budda Baker, that wanted him to get a shot at being the head coach. He's beloved by his players, no doubt about it. Also, I'm always reminded of Sergio Dip, the ESPN announcer. Vance Joseph is having the time of his life back when he was the head coach of the Broncos. And I think Henry's right. I mean, he never got a fair shot. They were in quarterback purgatory during the VJ days there in Denver, and he never got a true shot at it. But I do think that there's a ceiling. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is his first top 10 defense of his coaching career. So it hasn't consistently been there. I think that he's a good coach as far as entrusting him as the head guy. And you got to imagine that there's a ceiling there as a head coach. But I think he can continue his success as a DC during his run in Denver.
We all silly like the mayor.